What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Josh Powell here. You're watching Amateur Pool. We've got a fun little match today. We're playing 8-ball, myself versus Mr. Brian Scott. And as you can see there, we have an overhead today. I filmed it at home, so I was able to get an overhead shot. It's not perfect, but it looks all right. So hope you guys enjoy this match. I know I'm going to enjoy hanging out with you guys, talking about it. And don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe, man, if you like it. All right, so we're playing 8-ball. Almost made the 8 on the break there. That was a hanger, man. That's going to make this first rack a little difficult because no one wants to accidentally put the 8 in, you know what I mean? But we're playing a 6-3 race. I'm going to 6, Brian's going to 3, because obviously we have different skill levels, so that's the fairest race we can come up with in 8-ball. And I broke dry, except for almost made the 8. Brian's off and running. He made that first shot in the side, and now it looks like he's going to play a safety. He tried to stick me right behind that 15 ball, but he put too much draw on it. Came back, and it looks like I can see some balls. Let's see what kind of shot I have, if any, here. Oh, still shooting with my break cue. I didn't realize it. This is my break stick right here. I never switch back after the break. I'll realize it right after this hit, though. I tried the combo there, man. I wasn't having it, wasn't making it. Now I'm going to switch my stick back because I can't keep playing with my break stick, you know. It doesn't work very well. It's got a way different tip on it. All right, Brian's going for this 15. What's he going to come up for here? Yeah, if those two balls don't go perfect. He's lucky he ran into the 7 as full as he did and stopped the cue ball. Otherwise, he would have been hooked behind those balls. As it stands now, he's got a good shot at the side pocket with that 10. Oh, I missed it, though. He would have been nice, too, because he bumped the 12 up. Oh, no, the 8's there. He couldn't have made that. He put his 12 in a tough spot, man, with that 8-ball there. My 2-ball is also in a tough spot, and I've really got to figure that out. The rest of my balls are pretty much away from the 8-ball. So the one thing I need to focus on here is getting at the 2-ball because I got to shoot it down table or bank it. It doesn't go in the obvious pocket because the 8's there. All right, man. I got the funky bridge with my hand going on and missed the 4-ball. Man, this first rack is a little bit rough. It gets better. Hang in there, guys. Hang in there. Don't go anywhere, little Timmy. It gets better. Just hang tough. You'll see. It'll get better if you hit the like button. I bet you. Try it. Or don't. I don't care. Actually, I do care. But if you don't do it, it won't hurt my feelings, man. I'm just happy you're here hanging out, watching some pool, man, some amateur pool. All right, let's see if we can get our stroke going here. We're going to shoot this 4, and we're going to try the 4 again in the same pocket. I just missed it. If I make this, I should go 2 rails for either the 6 or the 1. Looks like I'm going to end up perfect on the 6. Yep. Now I can draw this back just a little, and then I can shoot the 1 or the 5. But realistically, again, I've got to get to that 2-ball. I've got to figure out that 2-ball. I kind of wish I could shoot the 3 in the side if I would have drew it back a little bit more, and I would have had the angle to maybe run into the 2, but that doesn't guarantee a shot. I think I'm going to have to shoot either the 5 or the 7. I'm shooting the 7 in the side pocket. Center ball, well, I'm going to have to use top because I'm so close to the rail, but no left or right on this one. I just want to go straight down table and back up for either the 1-ball or the 3-ball, but I think the 1-ball is probably my best bet. Nah, came up too far. I might still have the 1. If I don't, I think I've got a pretty good bank on the 5. Let's see, it looks like I'm looking at the 5, so maybe the 1. I don't see it all the way, I guess, without a little spin, but I don't know. From this overhead, it looks like I should be able to make that 1. Now the 5's in trouble as well. I mean, the 5's not as bad as the 2 because the 5 will go in the side pocket. The 2 will not. And the 5 will lead to a breakout on the 2, but I got to be careful with that too because if I come off the balls the wrong way, I could put the 8 in. This is a scary shot right here too. That's why he overcut it. He was scared to hit it too full because the cue ball would have went right towards the 8. All right, this is I'm looking at that 2-ball. The only thing I could do, yeah, I'm calling it in the side. I'm going to play it off of the 14 into the side pocket, and this should clear up all my problems right here. Because I'll come off the rail, hit the 12, or right in between it, and now I got a shot on the 5. I like that. That was a good shot. I don't have to shoot the 5 here. You know, I can shoot the 1 or something else, but, oh, I'm banking at it? It makes sense that I bank at it. Oh, double kissed. If I would have cut that in, the cue ball would have hit the 10 and probably rolled up table behind the 12. And even if it didn't end up behind the 12, I likely wouldn't have had a shot on my next ball. That's the reason I banked that. Now he's going to play a bank. See how we're kind of playing position here? He's trying to get his balls away from that pocket with the 8 ball, and I'm trying to get my balls away from that pocket with the 8 ball. I think they're all cleared out now, for me anyway. He still maybe has the 12 ball to deal with a little bit, but I think my balls are all out of trouble. And I just put his 11 in trouble as well. But that was a good cut all the way down in the left pocket. I can make this 5 with a little bit of draw, a little bit of right spin, and come over for the 3. I'm going to end up real close to that 10 ball, is where I should end up. I actually hit it, yeah. That's okay, though. Now I've got a shot on the 3. I just got to be careful not to make that 8, right? The angle on this one is a little bit tricky. I wonder if we get the overhead here. I can't remember if I switched it here. No, I don't think so. Yeah, just straight draw with left spin. Not straight draw. Draw with left spin. Make sure I didn't hit that 8. Now I've got the easy 8 because it's in the pocket, and that's our first rack. 1 to zip sauce. I'm breaking. Second ball break. Bottom outside English on that break. I grazed it a little bit. You saw how the cue ball went real far down table. I didn't hit that second ball real full, but man, I got a good spread here. This is a good looking rack. There was once upon a time where gentlemen such as myself could run this rack. These days, I will tell you this, guys. My stroke is coming back. I've been practicing a lot more. I know for the last 6 months or so, man, it was hit or miss whether or not I'd make a ball. But I wasn't practicing as much, and I have been practicing a lot more for the last couple months. So my stroke is getting a lot more consistent now. And those of you guys who have been watching my live stream, you'll know my stroke's getting a lot better now. All right, 2 in the side. If I could use center ball, I might be able to come down and hit that 5 ball. And that's what I want to do because the 5 is my only problem. I think I tried to do it. I just didn't get there. That 5's still going to be a problem for me now. I may have to bank the 5. Looks like I'm banking the 6. Okay. I'm going to have to bank the 6, and then I'm going to have to bank the 5 afterwards. If I don't bank the 5 now, there's no point in shooting the 2, right? Nice shot on the 5, on the 6. Now, if I can bank this 5, it's going to be hard to get on the 2. I'm going to have to hit this pretty hard, which is going to shorten the bank. It won't go where I think it's going to go. It's going to shorten. So if I miss this, it's likely going to be short. Yeah. Yeah. That was a tough shot. I mean, I can't fault myself for missing that. Not a whole lot I could have done there other than go for it, you know. And when I'm playing Brian, guys, you know, he's a lower skill level than I am. That's why I'm playing a 6-3 race. So unless I'm behind, I don't tend to play safeties quite as much. You know, I try to go for the out. It's good practice for me, and I hate to say it, but it's a lot of times when you play a lower skill level, you have that mentality, and I fall into it as well, is you're likely going to get another shot, you know. And we shouldn't. I shouldn't fall into that mentality. You shouldn't fall into that mentality. Nobody should, but in reality, a lot of times we do, you know. That's why when you play a handicapped match, a lot of times the lower skill level has a chance to win because it's hard for the higher skill level to take it quite as serious. Man, there's a good kick shot. That was a pretty okay kick shot if you ask me. And I got shape on the 2, and if I make this with straight top, I should come down right into like the 14 ball. Likely I could come away with a shot at the 8 here. It's not guaranteed. Yeah, good shot. That worked out nice. Dead straight shot into the side pocket on the 8. It couldn't have worked out any better. And now we're up 2-0. 0, you know? All right, second ball break again. Made 1 in the side. I made a ball on the side, not the 1. Not the 1 ball. All right, we got a decent little layout here. I think solids or stripes would work here, but I've got a better starter shot on solids. And the 5, if I started with this 4 and drift up a little, I'll have the 5 in between the 9 and the 6, and that goes up in the corner. Then the only thing I'll really have to worry about here is the 6 ball. But I could use where the 1 is sitting right now, and I think that's why I'm not starting with the 1. I could use that 1 to get to the 6 ball. I could have done that first, and maybe I should have done that first, but we'll see what happens going this way. That's what I love about 8-ball, guys. There's so many different ways to play it. If you take this same layout right here and give it to 10 different pool players, you'll likely come up with, it could be 10 different ways to run it. But at the very least, you're going to come up with 5 or 6 different ways to run the exact same table, you know, because everyone plays a little different and they see it a little different. And there is, I mean, there's a better way to play it. You always go by percentages, right? Like which way to get out is the higher percentage versus a little bit more risky and lower percentage. But so there's a right way, but there's no one right way, you know. Some people may be more comfortable with one type of shot than another, so they might play the out a little different. I'm going to have to draw this straight back, I guess. I want to get straight on that one if possible. I drew it too much. It's going to bounce out. Don't hook me. Nah, I don't think I'm hooked, but now I've got a lot of angle. And I've got to try to hold for that 6. And I don't want to hold up there by the pocket because then the shot on the 6-ball, the angle will go down table. So I tried to slow roll that with a lot of inside English, and I tried to cheat it a little bit by hitting the 1 a little more full, but I missed the shot as a result. That's the kind of stuff I do. That's a snazzy little short rail shirt that Brian's wearing there. I like it. You can get yours at shortrail.com. I have that style, this style right here. I like this style a lot too. But they're there. I've got koozies. I've got, you know, those hard koozies that hold cans in the summer and keep them cold even in the middle of the summer. I've also got phone cases. I've got some accessories up there. So, guys, if you're into pool, check out shortrail.com for all your pool player needs. Not all your pool player needs, just apparel and stuff. I don't sell sticks or anything like that out there. All right, if I can make this shot on the 6 now, I'm going to end up pretty nice on the 8, I think. If. I said if, bro. Come on, I didn't say when, you know. I knew there was a good chance I missed that shot. I knew there was it wasn't an easy shot, but I would have been pretty good on the 8. I think I could have cut the 8 into the side pocket. The 11 even made it a big pocket, right? I could have missed it and still went off the 11. But now Brian has a chance to get his first game on the board. Now he only needs 3, so if he gets 1, you know, he's a third of the way there. That's how that math works out, bro. I didn't make the math rules. I just know them a little bit. Not a lot of it, but a little bit, you know. All right, Brian's running pretty well here. If he does a stop shot here or just drifts forward, now he's looking good on the 12. As long as his speed is right on this 12, he should come away with a shot on either the 11 or the 9. He hit the rail first. He hit the rail first, which cost him to miss the ball, and now he's leaving me a 2-ball out. As long as I can shape the 8. I did get shapes. It's pretty far away. That 6 was so deep, though, man. It's tough to judge sometimes because you don't know if you're going to hit the point or if you're going to hit the rail full. So I just figured, what the hey, I wanted to take the longer shot. If I would have hit it harder, there was a chance I could have got hooked by the 11. But instead, you see my little tantrum right there, bro? My little tantrum. I hit it too hard, I scratched, and a scratch on the 8 is loss of game the way we're playing. We are playing like a modified BCA rule. That's one of the modifiers right there. Scratch on the 8 in BCA isn't a loss unless you make the 8, which I did, so it would have been a loss either way. But ultimately, we're playing no slop, call your pocket. We're playing behind, if you scratch on the break, it's behind the line in the kitchen, so to speak, you know. Get in the kitchen, make me a sandwich, you know. Oh, don't get in there. Oh, man. Good news is the table's still open, so I can shoot the 15 ball. Bad news is it's a tough shot. I got to run that rail all the way up table, past the side pocket, and it takes a pretty smooth stroke. We'll see if I can do it. That looks good. Yeah, that's not too bad right there. Okay, now the 10 and the 14 are my problem balls. I've got to figure those out. The 13's a little bit of a challenge just because the 3 and the 4 block that pocket. But if I can figure out the 14-10, likely one of those shots from either the 14 or the 10 can lead me to a shape on the 13. Oh, I'm coming up for the 13 right now. That was pretty good. I would have liked to have come just a little bit further because then I could have either gotten around behind the 14-10, or even if I don't get behind them, if I would have came up a little further, I might have been able to go into them. you know, and spread them out a little bit. As it stands now, I would have to use top with lots of inside left spin. It looks like I am putting a little left spin on it, so I might be trying to go into them, but that makes the shot harder. Yeah, I wasn't trying to go into them, but I still missed the shot. Go figure. Go figure on that missing shot garbage, you know? All right, Brian's coming back to the table. He says, Josh, I'm sick of this, man. He's already on 1. If he wins another game, he's on the hill, and I got to go to 6, so I still need 4. Right now, we have a 4-2 race. Luckily for me, that 1 ball grazed the 9, which made a miss. But now my 9 ball and my 10 ball are in a little bit of trouble because his 1 ball's blocking my pocket. So I've got to figure that I could do the old 1 pocket shot. In fact, I think that's the only shot I got right now. Yeah, see where I called it? Bottom left corner. I'm going to cross bank the 9. I have to use left spin on this so the cue ball doesn't double kiss the 9. That works out nice. That was a good shot. And I hit the 14-10, and I spread them a little bit. I've got a tough shot here on the 13, and the 10 ball is still in trouble, but I did open up one of my problems, the 14-10. I'm going to play this with top and try to shoot the 14 in the side, maybe? Maybe I hit that a little bit too hard or harder than I wanted. If I would have hit it much softer, though, I wouldn't have made that shot. I do have the 10 in the side still, but it's a tough cut. If I'd shoot this, I hope I put top on it so I can come down for the 12, address the 12 ball. Nope, I didn't. I put draw. I was trying to come out for the 14. I underhit it. But looking back on that from the camera view, I should have used top on that because I could have addressed the 10 ball. And the 10 ball is my last problem. But me trying to draw out for the 14 and underdoing it, if I would have drew out a little further, I may have had a chance to get around behind the 10 and shoot it up table. But from here, I've got no shot. I'm going to cross bank it again, but this one is way more difficult than the last one. Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty okay attempt, and I got lucky. My cue ball went down and hit the 1, so it opened that pocket for my 10. Or 12, that's a 12 ball, not the 10. I've been calling it the 10 the whole time, I think. It's a 12 ball. Stop laughing at me, little Timmy. You know I'm colorblind. I'm not really colorblind. But what if I was? You'd feel bad for laughing. Oh, good shot there, Brian. If he nicks that 3, he doesn't make the 4. That was a good, smooth shot from long distance. I like it. Let's see if he can get out here, man. I'm rooting for you, Brian. I'm rooting for you. I'm not really rooting for him. Just kidding. I do want to see him play well. I never like to lose, but I've kind of helped Brian develop his game from day 1. So the better he plays, it's a sense of pride. You know, it makes me feel good when he plays well. I just don't like it when it's against me, right? Because I don't like to lose. That was very good. And he got good shape. He's just got to be careful not to double kiss this one. Brian's a little bit shorter, so he has trouble reaching this shot. He's going to have to shoot it with a bridge, I think. Because it's not straight in. He's got to shoot it from up table, like past where that chalk is on the top right. Yeah, he's going to have to use a bridge here. Yep. This is going to make shaping the 8 a little more difficult, but not too bad. Oh, he just hit it hard and missed the shot. Yeah, he's got to get smoother with that bridge. He uses the bridge often, and I think right here I'm telling him, bro, when you use the bridge, when you're using the bridge, don't hold the handle of the bridge up in the air as you shoot. Lay it down on the table and keep some weight on it. That way it doesn't move, and then just, you know, line up your other shot and shoot your other shot. Don't screenshot that, bro. It's a family channel. Come on. But you hold it down on the table firm and use your other hand to stroke it. Don't hold them both up in the air like this, because then you got too many moving parts, right? Too many moving parts. All right, if I can make this one, I should fall dead on the 8, no problem. Center ball. I could even put a little draw on it, but I just don't want to put too much draw. I'll scratch. Okay, I went back and forth and missed the shot, man. Jeez. So far, guys, so far, not the best playing in the world. I'll give you that. I'll give you that, right? But if I remember right, I end up shooting a little better here in a minute. If I remember correctly. He missed the 7 on the kick. I did get a lucky safety on him. He had to kick at that 7, and he missed it. So There's no reason I don't get out from here. It looks like I'm setting up to just hit this with a stun. The cue ball will drift to the right a little, like that. I actually overhit it, and then the 8's dead. I mean, this is a pretty easy shot, right? I know that's not my underwear over there. It's an undershirt, guys. I'm a gentleman. I wear an undershirt, you know, and tuck it in. That's how I roll. I always wear an undershirt. I can't, unless it's summertime and I'm wearing shorts and a tank top or t-shirt or something, always wear an undershirt. I started doing that because I found out I was allergic to nickel, and my belt buckles are always metal, right? So when I don't wear an undershirt over time, that belt buckle will rub on my belly and give me a little breakout or something, you know, because of the nickel content in the metal. Anyway, enough of that, guys. You don't want to hear about that, you know. Back to the match. Back to the match. Back to life. Back to reality, you know. But anyway, yeah, I wear an undershirt, so no, that wasn't my underwear. I don't want to see no comments about my underwear sticking out. It's an undershirt, bro. Undershirt. All right, that was a stretch, but came out nice. Just put a little left spin, went rail first. I got a good shot at the 10. If I hit this thin enough, maybe with a little bit of left spin, I think I can hit the 13 and open it up. And really, that's my only problem ball in this rack is the 13. So if I open the 13 up, I can look at a way to actually run out here. I did. I opened the 13 nicely. And I've got options. I can shoot the 14. I can shoot the 9. Either way. I don't mind the 14 and just do it with a stop shot. And then I'll have the 13. And that shot will lead to the 9 perfectly. If I hit this with a stop shot, then the shot on the 13 naturally leads me above the 9. I ended up in the equivalent of a stop shot. I just had too much angle to stop it, so I just bounced off the rail and back over. But I still have that perfect angle. I hit this with center ball. The cue ball should drift over to the right, just below the right side pocket. Yeah, perfect. Perfecto. Now the 9 with a little bit of draw to come up towards the 11. I don't want to shoot the 11 from too far away. I can if I don't hit this good, but I don't really want to. Yeah, just a little bit of draw. Okay. If we get the overhead, it looks like a stop shot on the 11 will lead me to the 10 in the side. But I may need to drift forward slightly, so it may be like a stun roll, what they call a stun run. Yeah, like that. You just stun it, but you stun it in such a manner to where the cue ball rolls a revolution or two after it hits. It's almost center. It literally, you move like a millimeter above center. You don't move, we don't count, so when we count English, guys, don't count in tips. Your tip is 14, well, most of them are around 12 to 14 millimeter. Some of them are 11. So you don't count in tips, right? Because a half a tip is around 5 or 6 millimeters, 6 or 7 millimeters, really. So you don't count that. Realistically, it doesn't take that much, right? If you look at center ball and you go just a millimeter or two is all you need on that shot. It's all you need for most English, right? Unless you're trying to put a lot of extreme English on something. Oh, is that 6 going to scratch me? Ooh, close, but it didn't. I think it was a dry break, though. Yep, dry break. Brian's at the table. I mean, the only shot he's got here is the 10 ball, it looks like. So he's going to shoot the 10. If he makes this, he's looking good because stripes are not bad. He did make it. Now the 14, well, was his only problem. The 10's a little bit of a problem now. But if he hits this 9 nice and easy with just a little bit of bottom, he can come below the 14. Yeah. I think he was trying to get below the 14, but instead of doing it with English, he tried to cheat the 9 ball a little bit and missed it. He tried to cheat the 9 ball a little bit. If he would have just put a little draw, he wouldn't have needed to do that. He would have came below it. And this is a long reach for me, and I'm trying not to move those balls up there. Even though it's not a foul the way we play, guys, it's cue ball foul only. So if you hit a non-object ball, or if you hit an object ball with like your shirt or something, it's not a foul. The opponent gets the option to move it back or leave it. But we're gentlemen. I mean, we're friends. We're gentlemen. We play a gentleman's sport here. So, for instance, if I move a ball when I'm getting ready to shoot, I'll stand up and look at my opponent and say, hey, I just moved that. Do you want me to move it back? And they'll either say, no, just leave it, or go ahead and move it. Yeah, move it where you think it came from. You know, we're pretty relaxed about stuff like that. Now, if you're gambling or playing in a tournament or league, you can't really get that relaxed. You have to have the rules set in place, And abide by the rules, man. You know, especially in a money match or a league match or a tournament match, because some people will call you out if you don't abide by the rules. I've seen people lose games for some dumb stuff before because someone was a rule Nazi, you know? You know one thing. All right, I was looking at, see that, was I looking at the 2? See what I could do with it maybe? All right, I'm going to make the 4 here first. I don't know exactly where I'm going. Am I going to try to draw back? Okay. Give us the overhead. Let's see what's going on here. I don't know who I'm talking to, guys. I'm the one that edited this, and the overheads are all done. I can't control it now. Here it is. Okay. I'm putting right spin. I'm going to go 3 rails off the 6 and try to address the 2 ball here. Yeah, that was top right spin is what it was, and it addressed the 2 ball perfectly, and I fell perfect on the 3. I can even shoot the 2 now if I want. But I like shooting the 3 first and stopping or drawing a little bit for the 2 in the side, drawing just a little bit, because this leads me perfect to the 5 in the bottom right corner, or the bottom left corner, I guess. The one closest to the camera, bro. You know which one I'm talking about. Don't play coy with me. You know what I'm talking about. All right, yeah, perfect. All I got to do is make this. I'm off angle a little bit, so I'm going to use follow, and I'm going to use left spin, not right. Right spin will pick up speed and would have taken me more towards the center of the table. Left spin makes the ball come a little more flat off that rail and towards the 8. So that's why I used it. All right, just like that, I'm on the hill, man. Jeez, where does the time go? You know, we're sitting here talking about the pool match, and all of a sudden I'm on the hill. Brian needs 2. It's 2-to-1 race right now. All right, I switched sides. The other side wasn't working well for me, I guess, but this side looks even worse, bro. Eek, that's I mean, it looks horrible with that clutter there, but looking at it from the overhead that we just saw, it's really not that bad. It's easy to break those up. Brian may do it here, actually. Yep, he did, and he didn't come away with a shot at, oh, maybe the 7. He might have the 7 ball. If he does have the 7 ball, he's looking good. He still has to deal with the 2 ball, though. He's got a tough way to get out here for sure, because that 2 ball is going to be rough for him. He doesn't want to take the 5 because the 5 is the only ball he has that he can use to get to the 2 ball. Yeah, you got to look for another shot in that scenario. He could have shot the 1 first. I leave the 5 there because the 5 ball, if you get the right shape on it, leads to either a breakout or a shape on the 2. So when you have a ball that's in trouble, look at any balls you have near that ball and figure out where you could leave yourself to get a breakout or shape it, you know. That's how you deal with those trouble balls. That's how I deal with them anyway, you know. My balls are always in trouble, you know. I got big troubled balls, you know. Family channel, guys, you know. Talking about pool balls here. Stop laughing. Stop snickering, little Timmy. I know what you're talking about, bro. All right, now I'm thinking about this, trying to figure out what I want to do here. There is potentially an out, but it's not the easiest out in the world. Luckily for me, because my 10 ball's in trouble, I think I just got the perfect angle, though. If I make this 14 ball, I think that's the 14. If I make this with a little bit of top, I should drift right in between the 2 and the 10 and push the 10 towards the, just like that, guys. I couldn't even say it fast enough because I did it, you know. And instead of me trying to explain it, you guys just saw it. That was just a little bit of top spin, not much. I just had the perfect angle. I'm going to avoid hitting the 9 here and go top 2 rails around the table. I was trying to go around table for the 9. Do I get there? Maybe, but it's tight. I may have to switch my plan of attack here and shoot the 11 first or the 10 first. I maybe even can shoot the 15 first. If the 15 goes, I kind of like that shot best, or the 11, I think. Those are my 2 best shots. Yeah. With the 11, I can put bottom left on this one and come down for either the 9 or the 10, or if I hit it slow enough, I could even shoot the 15. Basically, I want to come around center of the table. Just like that. Okay, now I've got the 9 with a stop, and then I can shoot the 10 and roll forward for the 15 in the bottom, opposite bottom corner, the one furthest away from the camera. That's one potential, but I don't like the last shot on that one, and getting to the 8 from there is a little rough. So let's see. If I shoot the 9, withdraw, a little bit of draw, and get an angle on the 10, and then I can shoot the 10 and get my cue ball close to where it's at now, but a little further towards the side rail so I can shoot the 15 up top. Okay, I'm going with the first option I talked about. Or I could draw this back and shoot the 15 in the right-hand corner over there. So I either follow, oh, I'm shooting the 15 first. I love it. I love this. Now I just got to draw back for the 10 or follow forward for the 10 in the side, either way. I drew it back too far. Should have followed forward, bro.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society.
Now I'm in trouble, you know? What am I gonna do now? Now I gotta jump. I mean, I do like my Raven jump cue, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't mean I wanna be using it if I don't have to, you know? And I put myself in this predicament. That's never what you wanna do. You don't wanna put yourself in a predicament where you're hooked, but I do it all the time. I do it all the time anyway. You know, can't speak for you guys, but I do it all the time. I hate it. All right, pulled out the jump cue. Let's see what I can do here. Let's see if I can execute or get executed. You know, one of the two. I'm either going to execute or get executed. Let's see what happens. Oh, I look a little unsteady. A little unsteady on this one. Close, but no cigar. Yeah, if I would have felt a little more steady, there's a chance I make that shot. It was pretty close. But now Brian has a wide open table. Now Brian is a lower skill level, right? So it doesn't mean he's going to get out here, but he has, and he can. He absolutely can get out here. I've seen him do it many times from predicaments similar to this. His first shot left him a little angle on the 1. It's actually a good angle because if he plays it with top, he'll come up for either the 3 or the 2. Oh, he underhit it. You got to hit that one harder than that, B. Come on, B. I'm Cuban, B. What movie is that from, guys? Leave a comment down below if you know the movie. Cuban, B. It's an old one. Well, not super old, but older. I'd say it's from the 90s? Late 90s? Somewhere? It's a fun... I'm curious if any of you guys know that movie, because a lot of times my movie references are pretty popular. This one is more obscure. So... curious how many people know that movie reference. Cuban B. All right, so he did not leave me a shot on this 10. I'm going to have to jack up and try to swerve it, it looks like. Yep. I'm going to try to swerve it. I'm not the best at these, especially when it's a long swerve like this. I have to curve around the 3. Yeah, I curved it too early. I'm not bad at curving the ball as long as the object ball that I need to curve around is closer to the cue ball. When that object ball's far away and the cue ball has to travel a bit before it curves, that's a lot more difficult there because you actually have to play more of a masse than a regular curve. And it's tough. I don't agree with what Brian's doing here. I think he should have shot the 3 first. It could have worked that way, but look at where he was at. I mean, he could have shot the 3 with top and got down for the 8, but if he shoots the 3 first, then he makes the 2 with the same shot he just shot, and look where he ended up on the 8. You know what I mean? From the 3 to the 2 was super easy. He wouldn't have had to manipulate the cue ball. Yeah, I don't like the way he got out, but he got lucky again and left me tough, man. Slow shot, I'm playing a safety here. Speed had to be perfect on that one, and I actually nailed it. He's going to safety me back here. He's just going to graze the 2 ball and send the cue ball down table behind the 8 probably. That's the right safety here. Yeah, as long as you don't scratch. Don't scratch on me, B. Don't scratch on me. All right, that was a great shot. So now I'm in a real tough spot because if I hit my ball, it opens up his 4. Right now, he can't make his 4, and that's what I just looked at. He can't make his 4. So I think I make his 3 ball here and just give him ball in hand and let him try to figure out how to make some sort of a safety happen out of this. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Perfect. Make his 3 ball, give him ball in hand. He cannot make the 4 where it sits right now. He has to play a safety. That's why I checked it before I shot that. You know, if he could have made the 4, there's no way I do that. I hit the 10 and see what happens or try to figure something out. But, you know, with the 10 locked up on the 4 like that, he can't make the 4. So making the 3 was the best scenario there for me to possibly win this match. And game. Well, game is the match. I'm on the hill. So if I win this game, I win this match. All right, let's see what he does. Let's see what he decides to do. I like just grazing the edge of the 2 and sending the cue ball back down behind the 8. Almost the same shot he did last time. All right, he's going to try to get me with the 2. I don't like this one as much because the 2, or the, not the 2, the stripe, whichever one is, I think the 10 ball, is going to move. So it's probably going to leave me a shot. The 2 is going to come off the rail, hit the stripe, yeah. Ooh. I think I might be able to make it, but it's so hard to tell. I'm looking right now. It must be pretty close. And I don't want it to be potentially a bad hit. So I'm not going to shoot this. I don't shoot it. I don't want it to be a bad hit. So I look for a way to play a safety here. And I think if I graze the edge of my ball with left spin, and just get him back to the same rail it's on right now, maybe a little further down table by the side pocket, or below the side pocket would be best. Okay, I played it real slow and just hooked him. He might be able to see the edge of it, but if not, he'll come off the rail, and he's going to leave me right behind. That's actually the best shot. Come rail first, hit it from the back. That's what he's doing. Hit it from the back and just leave me hooked behind it. Oh, if he would have played that right, he would have won this game for sure, but still tough for me because he's whichever. But when you get in this position, guys, I don't know why I'm having a hard time talking today, and I apologize to you guys out there. I'm off my game. But when you get in this position, typically whichever ball is on the inside closest to the pocket usually has the advantage and will likely come out ahead. He could see, if I were solids, I would put the cue ball behind the 2 and just make some separation and leave the cue ball hooked behind the 2. Okay, that's the shot I was talking about playing last time. And it worked well this time as well, but I did leave him a bank, a straight back bank, but it's tough because that has a big potential for a double kiss. He may actually go for the kick shot here. It's probably easier to do a kick shot. Yeah, he's going to kick it, and if he kicks it with a little bit of speed, he'll end up with a shot. Just like that, man. That was nice. And if he makes this, he's on the hill, and we have a hill-hill thrill. Hill-to-hill thriller. I don't know. Guys, I make stuff up. I don't know. Oh, he missed it. He missed it, but he left me a long shot. This is one I've been making. You see the little smile, the little grin I had on my face up there? I'm thinking it's over. You just messed up, Brian. Now I got to make you pay, you know? The trick with this shot is shaping the 8. Because I either have to hit it soft so the cue ball stays up table for a shot on the 8, or I got to hit it hard and go around 4 rails for a shot on the 8. Neither of those options I like very much, so let's see what I do. In between. If I would have hit that harder, I would have had the 4 rails perfect. If I would have hit it softer, I would have been on the 8. So yeah, I went in between it. Now I'm going to be looking at banking the 8's all I can do here. And this is not an easy bank. The cue ball tends to get in the way here. I've got to use a lot of right spin on the cue ball to stiffen up the bank. And I got to try to draw the cue ball out of the way. This is a tough one. But if I make it, that's game. Nope. Nope. I missed it. You know how it goes, man. You know, I don't even get surprised anymore when I miss easy shots. You know, I'm so used to watching myself do it. Left Brian a pretty good straight-in shot that I don't think he's going to miss. It's very unlikely, and he didn't. So now we are hill to hill. Good luck all in. You know, that's what we say in the poker world. Good luck all in. But my friends and I have converted it to the pool world as well. When it's a hill-hill match, we always look at each other and we say, good luck all in. You know, I don't know why, guys. I don't know why. We do a lot of stupid things. It just is what it is. All right, let's see what happens here. What's going to happen here? All right, this table's not real wide open, but it's not super congested either. The 6 has a little bit of a problem. The 3 and the 1 aren't super easy to get to. And I've got no starter shot here. So I think I'm trying to play a safety. I was trying to put the cue ball right back where it was just now on that bottom rail. I didn't hit that very good. And I left him a shot on the 11. All right, now he's got stripes. So he's got to worry about the 10 ball. I think the 12 goes past the 6. Well, and the 13 ball's in trouble. He's got the 15 ball right now, which is a good idea to take it. Yeah, the 10 goes past, or the 12 ball goes past the 6. The 10 is in trouble a little bit. Oh, and he missed the 15. And he would have came down perfect for the 10 as well. Oh, man. Now, can I shoot the 7 here? Withdraw and come in between the 8 and the 6, maybe? I'm looking at the 5. I'm looking at the 5. I've got to address the 6 somehow, and this would be a good time to do it. Oh, am I coming back over? Okay, I got the same angle, only a little closer. It looks like I've got the angle I need to just a little bit of draw. If you put too much draw, it won't work. Just a little bit of draw in between the 6 and the 8. The cue ball should open them up. Yeah, that works out. That works out pretty okay right there. Now that 5 ball is my only other problem. I need to see if it goes, oh, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, if it goes up in the corner by where the 2 ball's at, look at that bald head, man. Jeez, that's shiny, shiny head. Anyway, if it goes up in the corner where the 2 ball's at, is that the 2 or the 4? I think it's the 4 ball. I could get out here. Yeah, it must go because I shaped it. Nice speed on that. Stopped pretty good on that shape. Now, if I can make this 2 ball up in the corner, I'm looking good. I'm going to use just a little above center, bounce off the rail, past the 9, and back over for either the 2, 4, or the 1. Okay. I could shoot the 1 here. I could shoot the 2 here. The 2 is going to be a little tricky because I've got to get shape on the 4 if I shoot the 2. I like the 1. Center ball, and since I've got the angle going away, I'll go down to the rail and back up towards center of the table. Center ball. No spin on this. Spin on this one really messes you up. All right. Now I've got the 2. I think I can just draw past the 14. Just draw it back a little bit and have a good shot on the 4. Yep. All right. Now I've got the 4 here. I've got more angle than I wanted though. I either have to use right spin and try to manipulate the cue ball back over by that pocket where my hand's at, or I got to use left spin and go 2 rails. I tried the right spin, but it didn't take very well. Probably I was a little jabby with my stroke is what I would guess. And also I hit it too hard. So yeah, now I'm in a tough spot. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to try to bank it all the way up in the corner. That's crazy. Crazy. A crazy fella. This shot is way too difficult for a gentleman such as myself. Let's see what happens, man. This is tough. Yeah, it wasn't even close. Jeez, Samsonite. I was way off. I'm not even going to ask you to comment that movie because I already know most of you guys know that one. That's easy. All right, Brian has one final opportunity here to put the nail in the coffin and put me to sleep. You know, let's see if he takes advantage. I mean, he's got options here still. I would shoot either the 9 or the 10 next. You know, don't shoot hard shots if you don't have to. Just try to manipulate the cue ball. When I say manipulate, guys, that's not really a good word. Just try to move the cue ball where you want it to go and you have better shots. I wouldn't take this 15 right now. I would take an easier shot and come back for that 15. The 14 leads to the 15 perfect. He made it, though. It was a good shot, but look, he had to lose the cue ball to do it. And now he's all the way up table. Yeah, I disagree with the way he played it there. It's not the way I would have played it, but I understand his thinking behind it. But I just don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, now he had a long shot. Is he going to hook me? He is. Jeez, oh, Pete, man, he's such a hooker. Brian. Brian, you're a hooker, bro. I've been friends with you for a long time. I didn't even know you were a hooker. Family channel, guys. He hooks me. All right, this is so hard to hit. Really, I think I've got to do like a trick shot to hit it. I've got to jack up, put a little masse off of that bottom rail, and then the cue ball will bend on its way up. That's what I'm doing. Watch. You'll see what I'm talking about. I may not hit it, but you'll get to see what I'm talking about. Yeah, see how it bent? Hey, made a good hit. That's really all I could do there. He had a good safety on me. I couldn't really do anything. Well, much of anything. You know, all I could do was try to hit it. Follow forward here for the 10 is what I do. A little bit of top, nice and easy. Oh, he didn't want to run into the 8 though, man. And he missed the 9, and I think he set me up. Brian, you had me, bro. You had me beat, my brother. Instead, I'm about to knock you out. On the pool table, that is, guys. There's no violence here. That's game, man. Game over, Brian. Good shooting. There's our fist bump, man. Good shooting, Brian. Thank you so much for playing and letting me record. Everybody out there, you guys already know. You already know you're the best, man. I appreciate you hanging out. If you want a short rail, I know I mentioned it earlier. The link is in the description. If you need a pool table light, check out perimeterbilliardlights.com. It goes around the outer edge of the table. It's not a center light, so you get better light distribution. And I have a discount code that'll save you money. It's amateur pool, all uppercase, no spaces. That's in the description as well. One other thing to pitch to you here, guys. If you're looking for a carbon fiber cue, break stick, jump stick, playing cue at about half the cost of the other carbon fiber cues, check out Raven Q, ravenq.com, and I have a discount code there. I'll save you 10%. Discount code is Josh. The upper and lower cases don't matter on that one, so you can do it either way. And if you guys want to get at me, hit me up in the comments. I'll respond to them. That's it, guys. You know, hope you enjoy your day. I appreciate you hanging out with me, guys. Peace.